A decades-long controversy has been brewing about what to do with the Haiku Stairs, otherwise known as the Stairway to Heaven. Now there's a very real possibility the stairs will be coming down. The Board of Water Supply released an environmental impact study with a few options. Sam Spangler joining us now with a story that's new at 10. Hey, Sam.
Lauren, the BWS, who owns the land, wants to rid itself of the liability of security and maintenance of the illegal but often trespass spot for hikers. Now, with options of destroying the stairs, keeping it as is, or transferring ownership, there's still plenty of opinions on what should happen to the stairs.
Really, it's time to make a decision about this. Obviously, I think removing the stairs would be a ridiculous choice.
It is a huge liability because everybody is suing and nobody's maintaining it.
Dr. Vernon Ansdell, the president of the Friends of Haiku Stairs, thinks that the Board of Water Supply's concern of liability is misplaced on the stairs. He considers the areas of the hike around the stairs more dangerous.
The stairs themselves are actually incredibly safe. It's a stairway with railings. You're not going to get lost and you're really not going to get injured.
Another option laid out by the Board of Water Supply outside of complete removal of the stairs would be a land swap with another government agency or potentially a private entity.
Well, I think if there's an opportunity for people to continue accessing it and visiting and seeing what's up there, then that sounds better than tearing the whole thing down so no one can use it.
Dr. Ansdell thinks the Friends of Haiku has an answer. Instead of spending close to $1 million to tear down the stairs by the year 2022, use a permit system to control who goes up and when. With Kama'aina rates for locals, Dr. Ansdell believes the permit fees would pay for insurance, security, staffing, maintenance, and education.
We have a managed access proposal that we've been working on for many years, so it's very well thought through, and it addresses all the concerns that people have about access and safety and liability and so on.
The Haiku Village residents I spoke to were concerned that security was no longer present, but the BWS assured me a roving officer patrols the area and is not stationary. The BWS will make a presentation at the Kaneohe Neighborhood Board meeting on July the 18th.